I am Amanda Zins, and I am the Early Childhood and Digital Coordinator here for the Rich Kids area. Thanks for joining us for our 21 Days of Prayer. We are going through the book of Acts and just kind of following what some of the big prayers that the early church did. And if you're unfamiliar with the book of Acts, it's post Jesus' death and resurrection, and it's just some of the things that the early church struggled with. Today we are on day 16, and I am doing Acts 22. Some of the prequel to this is Paul is actually just been kicked out of a temple by an angry mob. And so then we pick it up, and he has addressed the crowd in their native language, which has actually caused them to listen, at least to kind of restrain themselves a little bit and hear what he has to say. And it's interesting because Paul in this, he could have said so many other things. And he decides to do something that sometimes I feel like we can be afraid to do, and that is share his story of how he came to be a follower. And that's just such an enlightening move on his part. Now, Paul, if you're unaware, was Saul, and he was actually persecuting people that were following Jesus. And so it's an interesting twist that he is now following in the footsteps of pursuing his faith journey. And so what I really, really love about this is that it shows us that no matter how far away we think we are from Jesus, we just have to turn around and we can come right back to him. And that's just, so Paul was so far down the road. And just to know that he just turned around. Jesus showed up and said, "Follow me, come back to me." And that's such an awesome, just exciting thought that we can have that. And so he goes through the rest of his his faith story. And at the end, he gives them the last of when he decided to make that step. And unfortunately, the crowd goes crazy on him. And so one of the takeaways that I think we can have from this is that at the end of the day, sometimes just sharing our own story on how we came to be followers, it can be such a powerful movement. People might not know exactly what that looks like or how that is. And just to kind of like step into that and share that faith story, share how Jesus has turned you from where you were at to where you are now. And that's such a bold prayer of, are you willing to share your faith story with somebody? Thank you guys so much for adding into the chat. If you have any prayers, type them out and we can kind of pray together. But otherwise, I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm so much fun going through the book of Acts together. The early church is going through some of the same struggles that we can feel like we're going through today. And so just to know that we're not alone, that they went through it first, and that we have someone that we can follow. But I'll pray us out, and I hope you guys are having a great week. Dear Father, sometimes we can feel so nervous about sharing our faith story. And we know that you're there, you're in that, and we know that you can use that story to maybe enlighten someone else or to bring about their own faith story. And we ask that you make us bold in sharing where we came from, where we started. It's just such a great opportunity to come together and just kind of study through the book of Acts and just know that we're not alone and that we have such a great guide in you, but also in the early church as they went through the struggles that they went through. Let's see, it looks like everyone, that's it. Amen. I have no other prayers for you, but I hope that you share your faith story. I hope that you find someone that might not know how you came to Jesus. And you never know. That might turn that person's day, that person's week, maybe in the rest of their life around and bring them back to God. Because at the end of the day, it's all that matters, friends. I hope you have a great day. Bye.